So today's topic is translation. Last class we had done transcription. Transcription was synthesis of mRNA from DNA. And mRNA is carrying the code for protein synthesis. Translation is synthesis of proteins in the presence of mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. So synthesis of proteins in the presence of proteins in the presence of mRNA, which is carrying the code for protein synthesis, tRNA, which will decode the code on mRNA, and rRNA, which is present in the ribosome where the proteins are synthesized. So if the definition of translation is asked, then you have to say it is the synthesis or the process of synthesis of proteins in the presence of mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. There are 3 steps for translation. So 3 steps. What are the 3 steps? The first is initiation. Second one, elongation. And third step is termination. 3 steps for translation. So what are the 3 steps? 1, initiation. Initiation means to start. Elongation, how to elongate the polypeptide chain. Protein is also called polypeptide chain. And termination is how to stop the protein synthesis. So 3 steps: initiation, elongation, termination. Don't get confused with terminator. Terminator was there for transcription unit. Promoter, structural gene, and terminator. Here it is termination. Okay, so that confusion should not be there, and generally students make this confusion only. So I just wanted to point out. Okay, so we start with initiation. Now before I explain these 3 steps, let me give you the process of protein synthesis in totality, just to explain the total process, and then we'll break it up into these 3 steps: initiation, elongation, and termination. This is the cell. The cell has the nucleus. Okay? DNA. DNA synthesizes mRNA. This diagram, this I've been explaining so many times, 2-3 times I've already explained, but it's good to refresh memory and understand it. So DNA synthesizes mRNA. This we studied in the last class. This is the process of transcription. Fine. Now mRNA is having the code for protein synthesis. So the protein synthesis is actually controlled by DNA. So in the entrance, if you are asked what has the blueprint for protein synthesis, it is the DNA. But RNA, it will synthesize RNA, pass on the information to RNA, which is carrying now the code, what type of protein to be synthesized. And you know that the genetic code is in triplet of nitrogen bases. Now this mRNA will come out into the cytoplasm and it will get attached to the ribosomes. These are the ribosomes. Ribosomes have small unit and large unit. Small and large unit. So mRNA will attach like this, 5' and 3'. Fine. mRNA attaches at the in the smaller subunit. See, where is it attaching? To the smaller subunit at the 5' end, right? And ये 5' end has the start codon AUG or GUG. These are the start codons AUG and GUG. AUG also codes for methionine, and GOG also codes for valine. Right? They have dual function. They are start codons, means they have to be present in the beginning of the protein synthesis. That is the place where the protein will start synthesizing. And it also codes for methionine and valine. So now you see what is the first step. What is the initiation step? So mRNA will attach to the smaller subunit of ribosome at which end? 5' end. And there is AUG or GUG. AUG for both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, GUG only in eukaryotes. So AUG or GUG are the start codons, and they will code for, what will they code for? They will code for methionine or valine respectively. Now the first code, ये first code है ना, the first code is either AUG or GUG. When they code, they will code as formulated methionine or formulated valine. Why is it formulated? So that nothing attaches from the front. आगे से कोई अटैचमेंट नहीं है. जो अटैचमेंट amino acid read hoga, it is from the back side. This is the back. This is the first lead, and this is the start, this is the finish. So nothing attaches from the front. That's why AUG or GUG, they are start codons, and when they are decoded, they will pick up formulated methionine or formulated valine. But if they are anywhere in between here, AUG or GUG is in between here, then it will only be methionine and valine. It will not be formulated. So this is an important thing, that why it is formulated, so that nothing is added, no amino acids are added from front. Now what happens? Decoding. How is the decoding taking place? tRNAs. Two tRNAs. Detail I will explain, but I'm just giving you a gist here. Two tRNAs will attach to the larger subunit like this. Two tRNAs will attach to the larger subunit. tRNA ka structure, if you remember, I had given this structure. Hai na? This was the structure of tRNA. Right? That is what I have drawn. This is the anticodon end. So I have drawn this upwards here. See here. Anticodon. This anticodon will read the code, decode the code. So this is the anticodon. It will decode the code. So these two tRNAs, it will get attached, one at the A site and other at the P site. The two tRNAs, one is attached at the A site, other one is attached at the P site. A site amino acid is picked up here. P site polypeptide chain is produced. A amino acid is picked up. Decoding taking place. ये read करेगा. tRNA will read the code and pick up amino acid. And this amino acid from here is then transferred to the polypeptide site, and the chain, polypeptide chain, is produced at the P site. So when the decoding is taking place from 5' to 3' end, ऐसे genetic code जो है, this is the, see, AU G, C, 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 G, C, A, U, A, G. Suppose this is the genetic code on mRNA. So reading is taking from this end to this end, from 5' to 3' तो फर्स्ट कोड AUG है, सेकेंड कोड क्या है CCC. तो इसको ऐसे tRNA आएगा, रीड करेगा, tRNA विल रीड इट, ये एंटीकोडॉन एंड से रीड करेगा, इट विल पिक अप द अमीनो एसिड एंड here already this has been read on the tRNA, this has been read on the tRNA. here एक कोड आ गया है. now this is the second code. now polypeptide chain बनेगा तो ये इधर ट्रांसफर होगा and it will form the, so it will be 1-2 sequence. then this tRNA will move out and then again this code will be read by another tRNA. There are 100 tRNAs in the cell. So it will keep reading, decoding. So this is the process. So when the polypeptide chain, as we read from 5' to 3' the polypeptide chain will start increasing. It will keep increasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, ऐसे amino acids are added. And by the last one, when you see this is UAG, it is a stop codon. So when the stop codon comes, obviously it cannot read it. No tRNA can read a stop codon. So what will happen? mRNA will slip off the ribosome. It will slip off the ribosome and protein synthesis will stop. That is termination. So here in GIST, I have explained initiation, elongation, and termination. Initiation means start, elongation, how the polypeptide chain is formed, and termination, how it stops. But now we'll go into the detail of it. So this is the GIST. I know the diagram is very crappy, but I can't help out with this small board here. But we'll definitely a very neat diagram I'll draw in the end. So let's see. First one, initiation. Okay, now one by one we will see what are the points for initiation. Prokaryotes has 3 initiation factors. Eukaryotes has 9 initiation factors. Notes में I'm giving you the detail of the factors also. You can just go through it for your entrance time. But for your school exam or board exam, even if you write these 3 initiation factors or 9 initiation factors, it is enough. So basically, IF1, IF2, IF3. IF. What is IF? Initiation factor. Initiation factor 1, 2, and 3. Eukaryotes में, it is written like this. EIF. E. Eukaryote. So, eukaryote initiation factor. EIF1, EIF2, EIF1, EIF1A, EIF2, EIF3. Like this, they are total 9. It's there in the notes. You can go through it and see this thing. So EIF4 hai, then EIF5, 5A, 5B, then EIF6. Like this, they are 9 initiation factors. Okay, so this is what you have to write in the beginning. Prokaryotes have 3 initiation factors. Eukaryotes have 9 initiation factors. Next point, mRNA attaches to smaller subunit of ribosome at which end? 5' end. This I have already explained to you. Then AUG or GUG are start codons and also code for formylated methionine and formylated valine respectively. Okay. So AUG or GUG are start codons, and they also code for formylated methionine and formylated valine respectively. Either of the two, not both. दोनों में से एक, AUG or GUG. And I've been telling you that AUG is generally for prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and GUG is only for eukaryotes. Next point. Now we will understand what are the enzymes. I've not spoken about the enzymes, so we'll see what are the enzymes. Amino acyl synthetase. Amino acyl synthetase activates amino acid and tRNA synthetase activates tRNA. So these are the two enzymes, amino acyl synthetase, which activates amino acid, tRNA synthetase activates tRNA. Now, in some books, both are clubbed together and given. Amino acyl tRNA synthetase. This also is given. So, basically, if you are asked which is the enzyme involved in initiation, these are the two enzymes. Amino acyl synthetase and tRNA synthetase, or club it together and put it as amino acyl tRNA synthetase. Obviously, it will activate both amino acid and tRNA. Okay. So quickly go through this because I'll rub this part. So prokaryotes have 3 initiation factors. Eukaryotes have 9 initiation factors. mRNA attaches to the smaller subunit of ribosome at the 5' end. AUG or GUG are the start codons, initiation codons, from where the protein synthesis starts. That's why it's called the start codon. They also code for formylated methionine and formylated valine respectively. Amino acyl synthetase activates amino acid and tRNA synthetase activates tRNA. Activation of amino acid and linking it to cognate tRNA. Activation of amino acid and linking it to cognate tRNA is called charging of tRNA or amino acylation of tRNA. This can be asked as a 1-mark question also. Like what is charging of tRNA or amino acylation of tRNA? So activation of tRNA, I'm trying to remove that light which is coming on the top. It's not going. Okay, activation of amino acid linking with cognate. Cognate means to recognize, how the tRNA is recognizing the code and then picking up amino acid. So activation of amino acid and linking it to cognate. ये word जो है ना, this word is very important. ये word, it has to be in your answer. Okay. So activation of amino acid and linking it to the cognate tRNA is called charging of tRNA or amino acylation of tRNA. Now, how many tRNAs they attach to the larger subunit? Two tRNAs. That's the next point. Two tRNA attached to the larger subunit of ribosome. One at the P site and other at the A site. P site and A site. Till here, you have to write about initiation. Till here. So two tRNAs attach at the largest subunit of ribosome. One at the P site. P stands for polypeptide site. A stands for amino acid site. So till here is our first step, that is initiation, how the protein synthesis will start. So this is the detail of initiation. If protein synthesis is asked, it can be asked as a 5-mark question, but separately initiation, elongation and termination can also be asked as 2-mark, 3-mark questions. So now the next step is elongation. Now for this, let me make you understand that that amino acid, suppose this is the amino acid. Amino acid generally has an OH group, COH group and NH2 group attached to the same carbon atom. And this is our the alkyl group और ये H है यहाँ पर. We are not bothered about this. We are bothered about these two. ये दोनों NH2 group and COH group. Now, ये एक amino acid है. So amino acid has a COH group. It has an NH2 group. This is one amino acid. This is the other amino acid. What I have done is simply I have changed the position. COH group ऊपर कर दिए हैं, NH2. This is NH2. N dub इसको break up कर दिए हैं. Now why I have done this? To show you the formation of the peptide bond between two amino acid. If you understand this, then you will be able to understand the elongation part. Why NH2 group and COH group is involved. So here, see this. This is water comes out. OH and H ka water will come out and the bond is formed between CO and H. Ye one amino acid, this is the other amino acid. The bond between two amino acids are called the peptide bond. This is the peptide bond. So the peptide bond is between CO and NH. That means the peptide bond is formed between COH and NH2 group. COH group of one amino acid and NH2 group of the second amino acid. Same way this COH will form a bond with the NH2 group of the other amino acid, like this. Bonds will be formed. Okay, now if you have understood this part, now we come to the elongation. So that's the second step, elongation. Peptidyl transferase transferase. Peptidyl transferase, also called peptidyl synthetase. This is a ribozyme. Ribozyme, meaning it is not a protein enzyme, it is a RNA enzyme. So this also can be asked as a 1 mark question. Give the name of an RNA enzyme. So you can give this name, peptidyl transferase. So it's a ribozyme. It is a enzyme which has RNA in composition, not protein in composition. So peptidyl transferase helps to form the peptide bond between NH2 group of amino acid at A site and COH group of amino acid at P site. So peptidyl transferase, if you're asked which enzyme forms the peptide bond, it is peptidyl transferase. In translation, peptidyl transferase helps to form the peptide bond between the NH2 group, NH2 group of amino acid at A site and COH group of amino acid at the P site. Translocase, another enzyme. Wherever you have ASE enzyme, translocase helps to shift the mRNA by a code during translation. So what happens is, consider, I don't know if you have seen a typewriter, okay? When a person is working on a typewriter, the page is moving, its page is shifting like this, the page on the top. So once he comes to the end of the page, again he has to push the typewriter like this and start in the next line. So this is what happens even with this elongation part or the reading. mRNA है एक लाइन में ऐसे mRNA. So as the reading is taking place from 5' to 3' end, ये जो mRNA has to shift like this. The code has to move. Reading के लिए the code has to move. So as it shifts the code is not moving, but the mRNA is shifting from one code to another code like this on the ribosome. So when this is the enzyme which is helping in shifting the mRNA by a code during translation. So when the code is shifted, then a tRNA will come and attach, decode, reading will take place by anticodon decoding, amino acid is picked up, and then ये amino acid will be transferred to the polypeptide A site and यहाँ पर polypeptide chain form होगा. तो वो diagram में I'll clarify in diagram, but translocase helps to shift the mRNA by a code during translation. So there are two enzymes here involved in elongation, peptidyl transferase and translocase. Then decoding of the genetic code on mRNA is by anticodon present on tRNA. So decoding of the genetic code on mRNA is by anticodon present on tRNA. 30 genetic codes are decoded on one ribosome. 30 genetic codes are decoded on one ribosome. 30 genetic code. 30 genetic code means about 90 nitrogen based sequences. Okay. So 30 genetic codes are decoded on one ribosome, then the ribosome will change. That's why we are when I'm drawing, protein synthesis, we show a cluster of ribosome on the mRNA. So 30 is red, and then another ribosome will attach. Polypeptide chain increases in length as mRNA is decoded from 5' to 3' So as mRNA is decoded from 5' to 3' the length of the polypeptide chain obviously will increase. See, you have to understand that the proteins, they have so many amino acids in it. So many. Number is maybe 2000, 3000. I mean, it can't be one or two. Dipeptide भी है, वैसे तो रहता है, dipeptides are there. But when we're talking about proteins, they have a number of amino acids. And number of amino acids, but all permutation combinations of 20 amino acids, natural amino acids. So the reading, polypeptide chain increases in length as the amino acid is, as the mRNA is decoded from 5' to 3'. So this part is of elongation. So quickly we'll recap elongation. We'll start with peptidyl transferase. Peptidyl transferase, sorry, it's a ribozyme. It forms the peptide bond between the NH2 group of amino acid at the A site and COH group of the amino acid at the P site. Second, translocase helps to shift the mRNA by a genetic code during the process of protein synthesis or translation. Third, decoding of the genetic code on mRNA is done by the anticodon present on tRNA. How many genetic codes are decoded on one ribosome? It is 30 genetic codes. And polypeptide chain increases in length as mRNA is decoded from 5' to 3'. Now the next steps, the last step is termination. Termination. UAA, UAG, and UGA are stop codons. They do not code for any amino acid, so they are not recognized by tRNA. ये लिखना है, UAA, UAG, UGA are stop codons and are not recognized by tRNA as they do not code for an amino acid. So what happens? mRNA slips away from the ribosome. As it is not reading, mRNA will slip out. first slips away from the ribosome, and there will be releasing factors, RF, releasing factors. This releasing factors, RF, will release the polypeptide chain. They will release the smaller and larger subunit of our ribosome. They will release the tRNA. So, releasing factors releasing factors will release, first polypeptide chain is released, then smaller and larger subunit of ribosomes are released, and also the tRNA is released. So what diagram I had drawn in the cytoplasm, that whole diagram, that whole thing will just break away. It will just separate, and again the cytoplasm will be neat. There won't be any sort of this thing, no ribosome, no mRNA, no tRNA. So when such a structure is seen in the cell, it shows that the cell is protein synthesizing. And if the cell is not protein synthesizing, that whole diagram that I had drawn, I'll be drawing the diagram now again, you don't see it in the cell. So this is the releasing factor. And then what else is released? The formylated valine, formylated methionine, which is the first amino acid, that is also deformylated. So formylated methionine or formylated valine is deformylated. That will be the next point. And the last one, you have to write that for protein synthesis, energy is required, ATP is required. So ATP, activation, we use the word activation of amino acid. वो activation कैसे होता है? ATP required होता है. So ATP is required in each step, most of all the steps of protein synthesis. So those are the last 2 points here. You can finish, and that completes the topic on translation. So it's a very extensive process, and each step you have to understand. And like I said, sometimes just the a particular step is asked. Like if you are asked termination, you start from here. UAA, UAG, UGA are stop codons, and they are not recognized by tRNA, so they do not code for any amino acid. So what happens? The mRNA will slip away from the ribosome, and these releasing factors will release the polypeptide chain, the smaller and larger subunits of ribosome and tRNA, and lastly, the deformylated, formylated methionine and valine are deformylated. And last point, you can write that ATP is required for protein synthesis. Now I'll give you the diagram for protein synthesis. Five dash N, 3 dash N. This is mRNA. AUG, this is at random I'm writing, okay? This is not something which has memorized. It is just at random I'm writing the nitrogen base sequence. So this is the ribosome, smaller subunit. Larger subunit. This is one tRNA at the P site. This is another tRNA at the A site. So two tRNAs are attaching at the larger subunit. This is at A site. This is at P site. P site. Amino acid is picked up at the A site. Right? Amino acid is picked up at the A site. Now, dekho, when you're drawing the diagram, see here I have drawn, this is AUG, the first code, GGG, second code, third code I have written as CCA. So, ye A site is reading which code? Third code. So, I will put here, I will put 3. Because it is reading which code? Third code. So, I put third amino acid. ऑलरेडी यहां पर रीडिंग हो चुका है एंड हियर ऑलरेडी दे आर 2 codes here, 2 amino acid. So 1 and 2. See here, 1 and 2. This P polypeptide chain is on the second one. Means the second one is also read because reading is taking place by the A site. So now here 1 and 2. And so when you're drawing the diagram, carefully when you're writing these genetic codes, suppose you're writing on the fourth one, है ना? तो polypeptide chain में you will put 1, 2 and 3. ये राइबोसोम कहीं भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. I said ना 30 codes one ribosome can read. So anyway, your diagram can be either you're putting it as 1, 2, 3, fourth code like this. So just carefully you can write like this. So what is the meaning of this? There's some meaning to it. है ना? बायो में हमेशा कोई भी डायग्राम का एक मीनिंग होता है. We're not just drawing a diagram. The diagram also have to be self-explanatory. ऐसा diagram बनाना है कि if you look at the diagram, I can explain the entire process of translation to you. ऐसा diagram बनना है. Yeah, that's the importance of diagram. And that's why, learning bio is also easy. If you just remember the diagram, you can explain through the diagram. उतना memorize करने का जरूरत नहीं है. Process you can understand. So first and second हो गया. Third आ गया यहाँ. Now, what did I tell you in elongation? The peptide bond is formed between the NH2 group of amino acid at A site and COH group of amino acid at the P site. तो क्या होगा कि this one, it will go here. It will come like this. When this mRNA is shifted, ये रीडिंग हो गया है, तो ये mRNA शिफ्ट होगा इस तरह. It will shift this side by translocase. mRNA will shift. Now what will be this? This fourth will come for reading. So this tRNA moves out. Another tRNA will attach. It will decode it, anticodon, read it. It will pick up the fourth amino acid. By the time this third has come here and it has formed the peptide bond. So the reading is now the fourth. Then the fourth will again form the peptide bond. It will come here. So the polypeptide chain will increase here. First, second, third, fourth, like this. And as we are moving from, as this is shifting like this last one you can see UAG. So obviously the polypeptide chain is increasing from 5'N to 3'N when reading is taking place from 5' to 3'N. So that is about translation process. Now there is a small term called as Translated region. UTR. Untranslated region. Untranslated region. UTR. Now these untranslated regions are before 5-n and after 3-n. Untranslated region. Suppose the question is asked, what is untranslated region and what is its function? So untranslated regions are before 5-n on mRNA and after 3-n. These are the areas which are not translated, meaning these are the areas which are not helping in protein synthesis. They are not read, they are not translated. So what is the function? They help in increasing the efficiency of translation. They are there to increase the efficiency of translation. That is the only function of untranslated regions. Efficiency, just write this, efficiency of translation is increased by these untranslated areas. So they are not helping in translation, they are not translated, they are not helping in protein synthesis, but they are regions before 5-n and after 3-n. So this is the gist, entire gist of translation. Any doubts you have, you can ask. Yes, children, any doubts? Two topics we have completed, transcription and translation. If you have any doubts in these two, you can ask me, or anywhere else in genetics somewhere. कोई भी ऐसा है when you अभी स्कूल में कौन कौन सा टॉपिक पढ़ाया जा रहा है?
मैम ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीजेस.
ह्यूमन हेल्थ. अच्छा नेक्स्ट तो इवोल्यूशन हो गया. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग स्लो है, बट आई एम श्योर जो पढ़ा रहे हैं उससे तुमको, आई डोंट थिंक यू नीड टू रीड द टेक्स्ट बुक ऑल्सो द वे आई एम टीचिंग, एंड डेफिनेटली इट विल हेल्प यू. What about the school scene in tests and all, Abhi?
So online tests are going on.
Class tests are going on.
Online only. Yeah, ma'am.
क्या चीज?
Terminals also, ma'am.
ओ टर्मिनल्स भी होगा. अच्छा, कितना मार्क्स का हो रहा है टर्मिनल्स?
20 marks.
Add all of them.
Okay. ठीक है, it's okay. Because this time though, I don't know how they are going to. Let's hope that the vaccine comes. Then only things school. What about school? They're not told anything about school as yet. School.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And what about in the papers? Anything coming in the papers about school reopening? August?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not as such.
Not as such. ठीक है, we'll stop here. Next class में next thing is about operon concept, gene regulation. This chapter we still have gene regulation, human genomic project, DNA fingerprinting. 2-3 topics are there. I think in 2 classes we'll be able to finish this chapter. So next class we'll have on Wednesday, and try not to miss the class, because like I said, this next class operon concept, lac operon and all it comes as a 5-mark question. So try not to miss the class. So we met Wednesday.
मैम फ्राइडे को क्लास नहीं होगा?
Friday. I'm sorry, I missed this thing. Friday होगा. आज Wednesday है ना? हाँ, ठीक है. Friday. We meet on Friday, same time, 7:30. Okay? ठीक है. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.